Welcome back to SwooshGoose out here. So I said I was gonna be out my top three for 2025. Because 2025 had a big catalog, but unfortunately, like every catalog, you got some hits and you got some misses. But I will say the 2025 catalog probably has the most hits out of any catalog every year before prior. Because they dropped a lot of heat this year for everybody, and at the same time, too, they kind of dropped a lot of stuff that's kind of like, eh. So I'm gonna give y'all basically my top three shoes. I'm gonna give y'all a difficulty setting, man. So I feel like in the shoe game, when you're trying to find a shoe, you're trying to get into it and everything. Everybody wants to start off and say, well, I want a Travis Scott shoe or what's name. But I'm like, yo, it's difficulties and it's a setting to get to certain shoes. Any Travis Scott shoe that comes out, unfortunately, is going to always be 5-star because those are going to always be on the sneakers app. You're rarely going to get a store in-person view of a Travis Scott shoe. I wish it was, though, because first come, first serve for a Travis Scott shoe would be really dope. So I'm going to give y'all the difficulty settings, though. 1-star means very simple. One is like you can just walk in and nobody buys a shoe, and it's that simple. And I got one-star shoe for y'all, which is actually pretty simple to buy, and it's actually everywhere. And I got I got one 4-star. I got one 4-star shoe. Actually, two 4-star shoes. Because I'll be honest, man, the shoes that the first two I got, of course, are shoes that aren't in stock anymore. So you really just can't walk into a store and buy them. You might go into a resale store and buy them, but you're not going to go in and get them for retail price, meaning. So let's get into it, though. First shoe I got for y'all is like I saw this shoe back in 2024 at the end of the year, and I was like, you know what? I'm buying a pair. The only thing about it was I thought I could go walk in person to get them because they had them in stock, but they sold out in Korea. So I had to give in to my resale plug. And my resale plug, low-key, she looked out for me. She definitely made sure you had a decent price to resell it at. I didn't really go too crazy on the resale expense of it. I only paid $80 more than the retail price. But at the same time, too, though, people were paying like $300, $400 for a pair, and it's pretty pricey. So I'm going to say, I'm gonna get this though a shoe. I don't want to say 5-star, but at the same time too though, I don't want to say it's a 4-star shoe either. You know what? I'll say 4-star. 4-star because it's not that hype, but at the same time it's a dope shoe. But it's reasonable, but it's not that outrageous. So yo, I'm gonna give y'all the black metallic 5s. The black metallic 5s came out, and I'm not gonna lie, these were pretty clutch though. I'm not gonna lie, are dope. I wish I would have got 2 pairs of these, but I paid $300 for a pair, and I wasn't trying to spend $600 for 2 pairs. At the same time though, when this shoe dropped though, man, it was like, yo, this was a vibe. I definitely had to get a pair of these. Everything about the shoe was clean. I liked it. Only thing I hated about it, man, like I said, was availability on it. And unfortunately, like I said, it's not in the stores anymore. You gotta pay resale for it. But I feel like if you really want a pair of these, you could have got a pair. But I feel like it was a sleeper shoe too, though, because I felt like up until the release, nobody really wanted the shoe. Everybody was like, "Oh, it's gonna sit." But then the day release came out, and I'm like, "Yo, everybody bought the shoe." So that's crazy, though. So I don't know. End of the day, it is what it is, though. I got my pair. I can't be mad. All right, so my second shoe, it was dope. A shoe that came out. I'm glad they actually did the release of the Kobe line this year, and I saw it. And I didn't even want the shoe, but low key, it kind of gave me a little tip off of dropping early, man. So I had to walk in the store. I had to give me a pair. And I will say, though, for Kobe, though, if you like the orange joints, the 6 Protos that just came out, I got the ones prior, though. So I ended up getting the Kobe's. And I'm going to say these about a 4-star too, man. Like I said, the price for reselling these is kind of crazy. But at the same time, too, though, it's just one of those shoes, man. I said, man, I got a first come, first serve for this shoe. So I was actually able to get this one in person. And I can't complain, though. And if you had to go on sneakers app, I say it's about a 4-star, man. Because I feel like with Kobe's, they don't make it to the point where it's hard to get a pair, but they make enough where they try to get most people a pair, if that makes sense. So I say it's like a 4-star shoe, man. Def like the shoes, man. Like I said, I can't hoop. Got my torn ACL now, but I do go to the gym and lift with these on. It's pretty much my favorite like gym shoe to rock now. Def like my number 2, man. It had to be my number 2 shoe. All right. So I told y'all the number 3 shoe that I was coming out with was kind of like one of them shoes. It was like, what's the word? It's not hard to get, man. But when I first saw the shoe, I felt like it was going to sell out. And so I got up early to go get it first come, first serve. I really disappointed myself, low-key. Kind of pissed myself off because I went and bought 2, not knowing that, no lie, I thought first week they restocked again. And they got more pairs than ever now. And I want to say at the store now, it's like 200 pairs that you just sit on the shelf. So without further ado, I give y'all the white cement 4. The white cement 4 is definitely one of those shoes that got overhyped this year. I felt like this shoe was going to be so limited, but the reality is they probably made more of these than anything. Well, at least over here in Europe, because in Europe, they made these like, yo, I seen these everywhere. The day I bought my pair, and the following weekend I went to Frankfurt to the Foot Locker, they had these out on display shelves and everywhere. And even now, the shoe store I'm at now, they have like 100+ pair just sitting there surplus. So you probably low key, if you wait like another month, you probably gonna go down to like 70%. So you probably be paying like 110 for a pair. But yo, I bought my pair. I bought 2. It was definitely a dope shoe. I like the Nike Air in the back. And at the same time, I said it's 1 star, man. It's simple, man. If you go online, matter of fact, yo, if you go online right now and buy a pair, you probably get the pair for like way cheaper than you will get in person. These are probably online exclusive. The best thing to do is buy these online. I wouldn't even go out to a store and try to buy them, because at that point, you kind of wasting your money. You pay a little $10 shipping and handling tax on GOAT or wherever, man, and you got a cheaper shoe for like $140, $150, probably like $130, being honest. Without further ado, man, that was my top 3 shoes, y'all, man. And I gotta give y'all my top 3 worst shoes this year, because I felt like, yo, I bought some stuff and I really didn't feel like I liked it as much as I liked it, though. But more coming soon, I got y'all.